Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you all had a great week. The weekend's here, finally. Feels good. The weather's getting a little bit cold, but we might still have a few more days of decent weather, depending on where you live. I'm going to take a few minutes here and give my Jets Colts preview video. This weekend, the Jets are playing the Indianapolis Colts at home in MetLife Stadium. We have one of our old friends there, Joe Flacco, as quarterbacking the Colts these days. After they sat Anthony Richardson down because apparently he was just too tired to play, or he just didn't feel like it, or something or other. I can't remember what exactly the story was. It was embarrassing for them. So anyway, they sat him down, which was a good move, because I got a feeling if the Jets did, if one of the Jets players did that, they'd probably just like tell him, "That's all right, man. That you'll feel better next week." They would never hold anybody accountable. They never have. I don't think they ever will. So anyway, let's get to the game. We got two teams that really aren't very good. The Colts are 4-6. Jets are 3-7. So neither one of these teams are going to do anything really this year. I believe the Colts maybe still have a chance, but I don't really know. They haven't been playing well. They've lost 3 games in a row now. We're making them 4-6. The Jets have lost like 6 out of their last 7 games or something like that. You know, it's just terrible. But anyway, I think what this game is going to boil down to is what every game boils down to with the teams that play the Jets. The run game. And the Colts don't have a bad run game. They've got Jonathan Taylor, who, by the way, had a pretty good game. They lost to the Bills last week, but everybody knows the Bills are just in a different tier than the Jets and these guys are. As much as I hate to admit it, they are. You got to, the truth is the truth. So, but yeah, Jonathan Taylor had a pretty good game last week. He ran for 21 carries for 114 yards. He didn't score a touchdown. As a matter of fact, he hasn't scored a touchdown since week 8. But they're playing against a Jets defense that just is terrible against the run. They can't stop anybody that runs. But we do have a light at the end of the tunnel, because this week they taught the guys how to tackle. They actually had tackle things. They put their pads on, and they had videos to show guys how to tackle. So, man, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because now the Jets are going to learn how to tackle at 3-7. So lucky there. This may be a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing. The Jets can't stop the run. They're terrible against the run. This guy Taylor may end up having another 100-yard day, and I tell you right now, he's going to get in the end zone against this team, because they can't stop anything. When it comes down to the Jets, this whole team, this whole season, their whole organization right now depends on Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to be quite honest with you, he stinks. I was going over his stats the other day, and I was doing a fair comparison to, at the same point of last year, his stats compared to Zach Wilson's stats. And I want to tell you something. I was this close to making a video on it, because his aren't much better. The team has less wins. They're putting up, I think it was 2 points more per game. His touchdown to interception ratio is better than Zach Wilson's at the same time, but I don't care if he throws 1 touchdown or 100 touchdowns. If we lose ball games, it makes no difference. Those don't matter. But I just wanted to do a comparison, because the Jets basically sold their souls for this guy, and he's doing nothing to help this team out. Absolutely nothing. They've given him every player he's wanted. They've given him everything he's wanted. And this is just a team that is, quite frankly, to use the coach's words, in the darkness. He's even got the coach using that term. We're in the darkness. We got to get out of the darkness. For Christ's sake, the coach is saying it now. So, and adding Devontae Adams has really done nothing. Now he has a wrist injury or something. He's on the injury list. He's going to play the game. He's probable or something or other like that. I can't remember what it is, but the Jets have just come up short. And the Colts defense is, statistically wise, is very comparable to the Jets. They're better against the run. I think they're a shade better against the pass. But we have a team that has a receiver running to the left while Rodgers throws the ball to the right. A run game that really just doesn't come out in any really game. It just Breece Hall has his moments. He breaks away for some runs. I think he's better out of the backfield lately. If they can concentrate on getting him out of the backfield, he's very, very good in the open field. He can break tackles. He can juke guys. He's very good that way. As far as the run game goes, It just doesn't seem like it's there this year. It's very, very unexciting to watch, the Jets run game. And that has to do with the front line too. The offensive line is still just not good. They can't open up holes. They can't pass block. Rodgers is under duress almost every game, every play. He sometimes he has a little pocket, and even when he does, he just doesn't seem to have it. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just reached his peak, and this is a time when he should, I'm going to say this right now, Flata. I hope that they move on from him at the end of the year. Ask him politely to retire. Because this is a big cap hit to this guy, and no matter what, it's going to be a cap hit anyway. He's got guaranteed money. The Jets need to move on from this, man. This is just terrible. It's embarrassing football to watch. Last week's game against the Cardinals was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever seen them play. They were so checked out of that game. The offense had a couple of good drives in the beginning, and that was the end of it. Defense was never there to play. They never had any intention of playing. So I don't know what else to say. But anyway, let's get back to the Colts game. It seems to me like I'm gonna make my prediction for this game is going to be, I don't think the Jets can win this game, and that's not me being Mr. Negativity or just being up on the team, bad on the team or anything. I just don't think the Jets have it in them. I think they've already checked out of this game. Rodgers has no excitement, and this is another thing that bothers me about him is this guy's got no excitement at all on the sideline. I mean, none. If something goes bad, he sits down, he puts a towel over his head, and he mopes around, and he's sulking on the sideline. I just don't understand this. There's no leadership on the team. The coaching staff is just as bad or worse. They had to go over how to tackle this week. These are professional football players. Most of these guys have been playing football since they were probably 8, 10 years old. Now they're teaching them how to tackle. They're pros. It was so fucking embarrassing to even see him say that outright. I wouldn't even have said that in a press conference. I would have kept that to myself. But no, he says it outright. Now they're the meme all over the place. They're the joke of the football. They're learning how to tackle. Just absolutely terrible. So let's go over the injury update. The Colts linebacker EJ Speed. It says it's an undisclosed problem. It's questionable for Sunday's game. The Colts left tackle Berhard Raymond is a knee. He's questionable. The Jets cornerback Brandon Eccles concussion is questionable. Devontae Adams has a wrist injury, questionable. Tyron Smith is questionable. I hope he doesn't play. He's been terrible. And C.J. Mosley neck is questionable. So how many of those guys are going to play? Probably all of them will be suited up. At least we know Devontae Adams has a reason for dropping balls or not being there because he has a wrist injury. I don't see Aaron Rodgers with anything wrong with him other than the fact that he's just past his prime. They really should list that on the injury. It should be considered like a new stat. He's past his prime. That should be some kind of a stat they have. What's going to happen? The score? I don't know. I think the Colts probably going to win this ball game, maybe 23-14. 23-13, somewhere in that area. I don't see the Jets winning this ball game. They look to me like a team that has already checked out of the season. They have no willpower. They have no excitement. There's no sense of urgency on this team. They're just out there collecting paychecks at this point. I think it's terrible to watch. And the one good thing about this week is that next week they have a bye week. So we all don't have to waste our Sunday watching this pathetic excuse of a football team. We can actually watch some good ball games. And oh yeah, by the way, this week's game to me of the week's going to be the Chiefs and Bills. Let's see what happens in this game. I'm not going to probably cover that game on a video. I might. It depends on if the referees help the Chiefs win, or maybe they just let them play out and like last week where the Broncos can't even kick a field goal to beat them. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that'll be a game for everybody to watch. I don't know what MetLife is going to look like tomorrow. If I was a fan, I am a fan, but if I was a ticket holder, I wouldn't go to the game. I've had my Jets guy, because I used to have season tickets. He contacts me all the time. Hey man, I got some good seats available. I said, are you kidding me? Calling me, asking me to go watch that trash. If you want to give me the seats, I'll take them. But I'm not going to pay to watch this trash, this garbage. I would never put myself through that. I don't even like watching it on Sundays in my living room. I'm certainly not going to drive 2 hours to go to the stadium and get caught in all that traffic. MetLife Stadium is pathetic. So I can watch them. I told him the other day when he actually emailed me the other day, be honest with you, and I said, don't email anymore, man. I'll contact you in the future if I want jet tickets. But anyway, I got to tell you, I think the Jets are going to lose this ball game. They're going to drop to 3-8. I believe the team is checked out. The defense is terrible. The offense isn't any better. I don't think they win this game. I think Joe Flacco is going to do enough. I think the run game on the Colts is going to put the Jets on their heels right off the bat. And Joe Flacco, although he didn't have a good game last week against the Bills, I think he knows enough. He knows these guys. He's going to do enough to win this ball game. Colts are going to pull this game out at the end of the day. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think I am. But anyway, listen, I appreciate everybody's giving me comments, leaving me comments. I try to respond to everything I can when I get the chance, and I will get to everybody. So just hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a lot. And I will be talking to you guys very soon. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.